Hello, this is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming, and we are here today with another Smite God Arena video, and this time we are covering Nemesis, a goddess of vengeance. But Nemesis is an assassin, and let's take a look at her items I've got. Okay, so as you can obviously tell, we are building a ton of attack speed, and I'll go into a little bit more detail on why later. But let's get straight to things here. First off, you're going to want Ninja Tabi, physical power, attack speed, movement speed. It's boots. Second, Hastened Fatalis, attack speed, movement speed, and then a really nice passive. When a basic attack hits a target, the attacking movement speed debuff is removed for you for 1 second, so you can just keep spamming attacks like crazy. And next is the Executioner, physical power, attack speed, and then basic attacks against an enemy reduce its physical protection by 8% for 3 seconds, so it means they take more basic attack damage. Then we've got Sais here, I guess I'm pronouncing that right. That gives you physical power, attack speed, and then on basic attack hits, deal physical damage equal to 4% of the target's maximum health to gods. And only gods basically just does bonus damage based on 4% of their max health. Next we've got Rage, physical power, critical strike chance, and then basically gives you better chance to critical strike when you don't critical strike. So basically for crits. And then our old friend Mr. Deathbringer, physical power, critical strike chance, and then critical strike damage is increased by 40%. And then for relics you want Purification, and I forgot to get rid of this, you want Sprint as your second relic. I'll fix that real quick. And Purification for obvious reasons, breaking CC to get away, and then Sprint because Nemesis is really bent on chasing, so Sprint is very helpful. But let's go into her abilities a little bit more. So her passive, basically whenever you hit with basic attacks, it's kind of like Executioner. It reduces the target's physical and magical power and increases Nemesis's, I guess that's how you pronounce it. But it's kind of like Executioner, just think of it like that. And then for the God Builder, I've got this set up, but honestly her basic default one isn't too bad. You'll actually be seeing me use that in the gameplay since I forgot to save it when I first set it up, so that's why things might look a little bit off. But for the most part, you're going to want to go for Slice and Dice early. But her skills are Swift Vengeance, which is her dash. She can just dash real quick to skip ahead of some, to basically just run fast. Just run fast, and it does some damage, but any kills you get with this are accidental, and you'll probably see me get one. So, it does some damage, but you're going to want to use this just to, when you're ever an enemy's weak and you just want to chase after him, you're going to want to just use this. And then Slice and Dice is basically just slows enemies, but make sure you're hitting them in the middle of your swing, because that's when you get the slow, and it's a really big slow if you see how much that slow percentage is. And then it does a decent bit of damage too. It's really nice for whenever you engage an enemy, you're going to want to commonly lead with this, and it's also good for if an enemy's just out of your basic attack range. It can hit them just far enough so you can catch up, or if they're really weak, you'll just kill them. And then we've got Retribution, which is her shield, which basically it's a reflect shield, and it also can heal you as well. So when you activate it, it will, for 2 seconds, that's the really thing you have to remember, is it only lasts for 2 seconds. It's a real short burst, and it'll reflect damage that you take, and then it will also heal you for some percentage also. Then obviously as you level it up, it can take more and more damage. And then Divine Judgment is Nemesis' ult, and it is nasty. uh, it is the most nasty debuff you can throw on an enemy, I think, in this game. It makes them take way more damage. It slows them for 25%. It causes them to lose health, so it reduces their health. And it also buffs you. So it is disgusting how powerful Divine Judgment is. You can nuke any enemy in this game if they have Divine Judgment on them. But basically, like I said, for the God Builder, build Slice and Dice early, Retribution a little bit after that, and then you can throw in Swift Vengeance at the end, since Swift Vengeance really doesn't get that much better. It just raises its damage. You can go the exact same distance with it at level 1 as you can at level 5, so there's no reason to build it early. But let's get into some gameplay now for Nemesis and how to play her. Okay, so there's one thing I can make clear here, and make it clear right away, is that Nemesis is very different from other assassins like Loki or Fenrir that I've covered on these videos. Nemesis is an assassin that is totally based around basic attacks. She does not have any single ability that's going to nuke the crap out of an enemy. You have to get in and get your hands dirty to get these kills. So it is very important when you're playing Nemesis to remember that while you have a good shield, Retribution, you still have not built much defense with this build, and you're going to take a lot of hits. Basically, if you start getting hit, pop Retribution when you're going for a kill and it gets broken real quick, you're going to want to run. You're going to want to run right away because you cannot take too many hits with this build. But Nemesis basically plays outside of not having abilities. That really do a lot of damage, that is. She plays like your normal assassin, you know, gank mages. There is one difference though. Late game, Nemesis can outduel just about any god in Smite. The only god I have not been able to outduel that I've played against so far is a fully buffed, Transcendence buffed Medusa. Medusa is probably the best dueling god in this game though, so there's no shame in losing to a max power buffed Medusa. The only other one I could really think of would be Thani, but even then, he's going to have to heal at some point, so if you popped Retribution against him, it would probably just wreck him. But, I mean, I even outdueled an Ao Kuang that was trying to ult on me, and I even outdueled him, so late game with Nemesis, if you can get freaking your buffs up on an enemy, you can kill them at any point in time. Throw up Slice and Dice, throw down Divine Judgment if you have to on the same enemy. They are going to die at some point in the very near future. Whether it's from you, or if you can't finish the job from a peel or something, your teammates can probably finish them. They're going to die. It's just important to remember that as you're going to be taking hits, so you have to be careful. You don't have the bulkiness that we built with Fenrir with this build. So you just have to be careful. With that being said, Nemesis, if you can get fed early like I was able to in this one game I played yesterday, if you get fed early, you can kill anybody at any point in time in that game. I went 21-7 just yesterday with this build. It was disgusting. Nobody could kill me. I literally was feeling bad for the other team. It was that insane. I could outduel any hunter. I could nuke anybody as long as I threw down Slice and Dice and Divine Judgment on him. I haven't had this much fun with a Smite God since probably when I first discovered Loki. It is amazing how much fun you can have with Nemesis just due to her being so fast-paced with your insane basic attacks and whatnot. But that's all I've got for Nemesis. She can be loads of fun to play if you know what you're doing. Just Hopefully I don't have to play against anybody using this build because it's ridiculous. Thanks for watching.